I don't want to waste the time to know you, to know you. Don't you wait for me. 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 I don't wanna break the hand that'll show me the other side. Oh, but I don't wanna build the land that's fed to life. Oh, would you find my name? Oh, tell me that's what now looking back into both my days. I'm about to make you all we have when the lights come out. Still, love is nothing more. I give it all I got to you now. I don't want to be part of it no longer, no longer. But there is place enough to now. I don't want to waste the time to know you, to know you. Don't you wait for me. 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 I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait. Don't you wait for me. 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 I think part of it is accepting that it's so much beauty in being Black. And that's the thing that I guess I get emotional about because I've always known that. I've always been proud to be Black. Never wanted to be nothing else. Loved everything about it. Just is such beauty in Black people. And it really saddens me when we're not allowed to express that pride in being Black. And that if you do, then it's considered anti-white. No, you just pro-Black, and that's okay. The two don't go together because you celebrate Black culture does not mean that you don't like white culture or that you're putting it down. It's just taking pride in it. But what's irritating is when somebody says, you know, they're racist. That's reverse. Or they have a Black History Month, but we don't have a White History Month. Well, all we've ever been taught is white history. So why are you mad at that? Why does that make you angry? That is to suppress me and to make me not be proud. Don't touch my hair when it's the feelings where don't touch my soul. When it's a rhythm, I know. Don't touch my crown. They see the vision I've found. Don't touch what's there. When it's the feelings I wear, they don't understand what it means to me. But we chose to go where we meant to go. They don't understand what it means to me. Where we chose to go, where we meant to go. You know this here is my shit for the ride. I gave it time, but this here is mine. This here is my shit for. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to Real Hot Nights, the first episode. We're going to be getting started very quickly. I'm just waiting for the cast to get ready. Hope y'all enjoying y'all's night. Go ahead and pour up a glass, roll your blunt. We're going to have fun tonight. Can everybody in the backstage hear me? All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. All right. All right, what's going on, y'all? This is Tipsy Rogers, executive producer of the Real Hot Boys of Houston, and tonight I'll also be your moderator and host for the very first episode of Real Hot Nights. Real Hot Nights is a virtual talk show covering everything as it relates to Black LGBT entertainment and the YouTube reality industry that's continuing to grow day by day. From hot topics to behind the scenes tea, you better stay up with us because we're going to be breaking the fourth wall and we're really about to get to know some of your favorite real hot reality staples. You know this here is my shit for the ride. I gave the time, but this here is mine. All right, y'all. So on tonight's show, we're going to be introducing the first installment of our recap series, where the season 1 cast will come together to reminisce and discuss some of the things that you didn't get a chance to see on air. Episode 1 premiered on October 26, 2020, and has gained over 50K unique impressions ever since. With Mother Goose recently reaching 10K views, the Real Hot Boys of Houston brand has made a name for itself despite the unsettling social climate, and the fact that we filmed this show in the middle of a pandemic. Episode 1 brought out the Hot Boys. They came together, and for the summer, it basically changed the YouTube landscape. It was rocky at first, but tonight we're going to find out what led to the initial confrontation and how everything unfolded after the nucleus of the group invites everyone to game night and things go wrong. So before we get into the episode, let me introduce the season 1 cast of the Real Hot Boys of Houston and your panelists for tonight. First, let him tell it. There wouldn't be a group if there wasn't for him. Deemed the shadiest in his confessionals, this Southern Spitfire has never had a problem speaking his mind. The host of the Ash Me Out podcast and the nucleus of this show, let's bring on Ashton Spencer.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Hey, Ashton.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here. A little anxious, but I'm excited to be
I
here.
know I'm kind of nervous, but
Oh,
I have my
yeah,
wine.
yes,
So
it's a
yeah,
vibe.
it's gonna be a good night.
Period.
All right. So he was one of Ashton's oldest and closest friends when he was first introduced on the show. Tall, dark, and mysterious, this hot boy definitely follows his own beat. He's a loner, but is learning to open up through his music. You can find his latest single, Drown Me, on YouTube right now. Let's bring on DeAndre Marquez.
Hey, CEO. Hey,
Hey.
hey.
What's up, my guy?
Come on, Hookah.
What's
Okay.
up? What's up? What's up?
What you doing? Can you hear me?
I was actually just listening to my new single, Dripping.
Oh,
Period.
okay. We'll get into that a
Um,
little later. But
You look
first,
blessed.
hmm.
but first, no one was expecting for this hot boy to make waves this summer. But why didn't anybody tell me that the waves were a wig? Owner of Strokes Entertainment, let me bring on serial entrepreneur and aspiring actor August Scales.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Hey,
What's going?
August.
What's up? What's up?
What's new?
Her life.
You
The
look a
way.
little different from the last time I saw you.
Yeah, I had to switch it up real quick. Something, different. Nothing too major.
Bet. And last, we have Archie Black, our season one fan favorite, live from Atlanta. He's
Period.
the owner of Archie's Kitchen, a premier catering service here in Houston. Hey, Archie.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, hey, bitches.
Yes, what you drinking on?
Seagrams, a little Seagrams.
Yes, a good on wild
Bitch, that's
cooler.
water.
Flavor water, thank you.
Okay, so y'all got y'all's intros. What's been new? Talk to the people.
Well, what's been new? I just filmed a few episodes of In the Kitchen with Archie today in Atlanta. You bitches gonna have to tune in and check it out.
Yes.
Did you film with anybody that we might know on these YouTube streets?
I filmed with King Kane.
Oh, nice. So he got a chance to taste your food. Did he get a chance to taste your meatballs?
Are you over there now?
Uh oh,
I think that
he
answered
got
the
the
question.
gavel.
I say he got the gap. I think he there now. Yes. Hey, Kane.
Not hey Kane. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the show. Did everybody get a chance to rewatch episode one? Do y'all remember anything off the top of y'all's head that just stuck out as one of y'all's favorite memories, or like a flashback moment that you're having? Just thinking about us recapping the show.
It was just I got something to say. Everybody be quiet. I got something to
Okay, me. Say what you got to say, bitch.
say.
What you got to say? No, I want to
Very
hear
much
it.
that.
I think what I think what's crazy is that happened, and then like a whole bunch of more commotion happened, and then we ended up going out that night and having a good ass time. Like nothing ever happened.
I feel like that pretty much sums up y'all's relationship all together. Like something crazy can happen, and then for whatever reason, the group is able to come back together. I don't know if you would consider it sweeping under the rug or just paying it dust, but it's crazy how it goes back and forth with y'all all the time.
Well, I would say that's a toxic trait of mine that I sweep things under the rug and I just like let things go. Like, and I don't know. Sometimes I speak my mind, sometimes I don't. But yeah.
I think there's I think
I
it's
don't
kind of
switch.
oh my I think it's kind of unique to have friends where you can actually have an argument and it doesn't result to being physical, that we can kind of get past it and just go out and have a drink and say fuck it. Because you know, a lot of friendships out in Houston, Texas, like there's a lot of drama in the scene, in the club scene, with so-called friends, and they actually be like fighting down, like fighting from the wall to the goddamn floor. So I just
Right.
think it's real unique.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we can start off with where everybody in the world started off on episode 1. We got to meet Ashton and Dre in the first scene. Um, Ashton, what made you bring the group together for the summer? Like, what what made you reach out to this particular group of guys um,
Um
for the show?
so I had this lingerie / game night party. And so like these were the only guys who came. And so I felt like they were supportive of me. And after that, like we went and we just started hanging out and some people became friends quicker than others. And yeah, it just became a thing where we just all hung out with one another. Um I forgot your question because I've been drinking heavily.
No, like what made you bring the group together?
So what made me bring the group together at the summer point really was what was going on in America. Like our president at the time, um, the Black Lives Matter movement, and all of these unjust police brutalities and all of this and all of these coronavirus deaths and all of these things, I felt like there's a bigger picture. And at the end of the day, we can put our petty shit aside and move forward in a productive and proactive way. And you know, you don't necessarily have to be buddy buddy with a bitch, but you can always, you know, just respect their space and respect who they are.
Yeah, for sure. Um, so amongst the cast, like a lot of people want to know like how you met everyone or how long you knew everyone, with you being the nucleus of the group. Um, let's just play a little game real quick. From the shortest period to the longest period, how long have you known each member of the cast?
Okay, starting with, are you gonna say the names?
Yeah.
Okay, you go.
No, you.
Okay. Okay.
How
So
would I know?
starting with, I'm gonna start with the people I've known the longest. Okay, so Dre, I've known the longest. And then Lemus, and then Archie, and then Dre. No, August, and then Sherrod, and then Jordan, and then Ken.
So Ken is the person you've known
The least amount
the
of time.
least amount of time.
Right.
Okay. So with Dre being your oldest and closest friend, um, what were y'all like in high school? Like you talked about him being straight and him playing
Mhm.
sports. What were you like?
I was just who y'all see like on camera. Like I've always been like, you know, a little sassy, uh, a little high strung. I always had a tell it like it is attitude, and you know, I always just gave my opinion. And I feel like when I was younger, I gave my opinion much more. I feel like now I bite my tongue because I feel like people are grown and they'll knock the shit out you. Like, and like I ain't trying to get, you know, pop, like, you know, like look at this. So yeah, I would say yeah. But as far as our relationship, I really didn't get to know Dre until he literally left high school. So I would say in high school he was in basketball. Um and he had a girlfriend and all of these things. I remember we got into it on Twitter one day. I remember me and Dre got into it on Twitter one day. It was so funny because I had no idea that he was the person that I was tweeting about. But do you want to tell the story, Dre?
I mean,
What I
basically,
tweeted?
I was talking. Yeah, I was talking to this girl, and long story short, I got slapped in the school cafeteria because she felt like I was trying to play her. And Ashton was tweeting one day on Twitter. This is like 2 years later after the incident. Ashton was just tweeting the girl like, "Oh, you remember when you slapped the fuck out of da 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 da?" And I was like, "Bitch, that was me. Don't make
I
me
didn't
slap
know
the
it was
fuck out
him
of
though.
you."
And then he was like, "Bitch, well, let's talk about you." And like, he said something about people do the shit that people do in private. And I was like, "Oh, girl, don't clock me, bitch."
Oh,
But yeah, yes,
oh.
yes, yes, yes.
So Ashton said a little
Now I feel
about
like
what
what
he
made
was
me
like.
cool was like,
I was saying Ashton said that he talked a little about what he was like in high school. What were you like in high school, Dre?
I mean,
oh, the same I am now. I was very to my motherfucking self. I had one best friend. Her name was Nawal. If you saw me, you saw Nawal. Um, I was very in the closet, but it was more so like me being conflicted. Like I was very much attracted to women, but I also had this attraction to dudes. I just never played on it. Um, I mean, I was really like a regular digger guy. I don't know. I played basketball and kept it cute.
So it sounds like you and Ashton were in two totally different social circles. How did
No,
y'all end up becoming friends?
I was everywhere, baby.
that's
I
what
was
Ashton was everywhere. Like
I was social with everybody. I was the
he
mascot.
was, yeah, he was a
I was
grade below me, but
I
like
was
all of
the
his cousins, all his friends were like in my grade. You know what I'm saying? So he was always around. I always seen him. I think what made me and Ashton get cool is like, so after I got out of high school, I had got back with my ex, which was a boy. And so I was like, you know what? I'm tired of living this life. I want everybody to know because, I'm like, fuck it. So I went on Facebook and I changed my relationship status to in a relationship and I put the boy's name in it. And then, like, after that, Ashton just hit me up and he was like, you know what? I'm so glad you did that because, I need somebody to talk to. I have nobody to relate to. And, like, from then on, we just been friends.
Yup. Oh my
Wow.
God, he remembers. Oh my God.
So
He remembers. I'm dead.
Bitch, I remember everything.
so do you consider yourself bisexual?
I consider myself sexually fluid, but would I ever date another girl? I don't think so.
So right now you strictly dickly.
I mean, I'm in a relationship, so yes.
Period. All right, so before we move on with the rest
He
of the
drowning,
questions
y'all.
about the show, right?
Mm,
Um, let's talk about some hot topic news.
talk about it.
Uh,
Okay.
Lil Nas X put out his music video yesterday, right?
Yes.
Um, he's an openly gay rapper. He's come out at well, I'm sorry, he's an openly bisexual rapper. Um, and for the most part, he's kind of been accepted by the community. I
Right.
think that plays a lot, not just our community, the gay community, because of course we love to trade. Not saying he's a trade, but I'm just saying. But like,
Not no more.
especially in like the rap community, the mainstream rap community, entertainment community, I felt like when he first came out, he was very much so accepted because of his boyish, boyish image. After his
Hmm.
video dropped yesterday and everyone got a chance to see another side of him, how do you think he will be accepted moving forward? And how do y'all just feel about it?
I personally feel like he doesn't give a fuck at this point. I feel like he's being creative, and he's being who he is, and he's doing it. It's a marketing thing. At the end of the day, we're talking about it right now. So He did an excellent job with the video. It was very wild to slide down a pole and get fucked by the devil. But baby, look.
I didn't say about being over, but baby.
Uh,
So oh, I'm sorry, you're not there.
go ahead, go ahead.
Um, so I feel like, it was a love letter to his younger self. It was basically saying, it's okay to be yourself and it's okay to be gay and this and that and the next. So I love the message behind it. The little Instagram post he wrote to his 14-year-old self. But with that being said, I do feel like he said I'm gay, and then he just started throwing gayness in our face. And so I don't know if it's as genuine or is it, as Ashley said, a marketing scheme.
Do you think he's
At the same
trolling
time,
us?
I
well,
think
yes.
I personally think because just watching him come up, I feel like, and I got the video playing in the background because I said he got fucked by the devil, but I haven't seen the video yet. But no, so I just feel like he was very strategic in how he came out because when he first came out, because at the end of the day, we have never seen a gay rapper make it in the industry, or like being out there. You know what I'm saying? Like Santana gay as fuck, you know what I'm saying? But he's slowly coming out there. Lil Nas came in straight. Am I correct? Like he came in straight, didn't nobody know what he was doing, and then like all of a sudden after he got after he got up there, he was like, okay, I'm gay, and like what more can people do because they already fuck with him, you know what
But
I'm saying?
once you go back and dissect Old Town Road, like
Yeah, it sounded that's when everybody got curious, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
Hmm.
I just think he came in very strategic in how he did it because he did it very smart. That was a smart ass way how he did it.
very strategic.
August, you're an openly bisexual man. Uh, how do you feel like his female fans will respond to him?
Honestly, I'll say this: like, I haven't fucked a female like in 2 years. So my whole thing is like, if I meet a girl and she says she like me or whatever, I'm just openly tell like, hey, I fuck with dudes too. Some females with that shit in 2021, some not. Either they gonna accept it or they gonna keep it pushing. You know, some girls like getting fucked by gay niggas because they say gay niggas fuck better than straight niggas. Like, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like, so
Let's talk about it.
I just
Archie,
feel like
oh my
the
bad.
girls probably responded. They was probably shocked. Some of them probably knew. Shit, they probably knew.
Archie, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Uh, with him, with
As a gay man who does music, I feel like my biggest supporters are females.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really think they really give a fuck, to be honest.
I was gonna ask Archie, do you feel like he'll get more? He's gonna get more mainstream appeal with a more feminine image?
Um, it's a lot to think about with
Cause he
uh
looked good.
huh?
He looked good.
I look good.
No, I was. You do look good, but I was saying Lil Nas X looked good in the video.
Hold on, baby. Can't you talking? I can't. What you say?
Um.
Oop, he got that
Okay,
boot.
so yeah, do y'all think that he'll get some more mainstream appeal now that he has more of a feminine image?
Indeed. I'm
Isn't he
tops. All the
already
guys.
mainstream?
Right, I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
But
gonna
I
say
mean, do you
he's a
feel
pop
like
star.
more? Do you feel like his stardom will fall any type of way, or like, do you think people care? Do you think people are gonna find him more attractive, find his music more interesting
You know how
because
many
of his
people probably in
image?
that inbox right now that he probably getting hella DMs right now. They want to fuck. After that video, I just watched the video. I would want to fuck. Like, did he
That's
look
what I was
good?
getting at.
He look good as fuck. Like, I feel like, to be honest, one of these straight rappers gonna fuck him because he look good on the video.
That's
Like,
what.
he look,
Okay, yes, August. That's what I was getting at. Like,
Can
he
we
yeah,
kind
just
of, I was
Straight.
kind of hitting at the fact that 6ix9ine was in his DMs.
yeah.
So, like, like now that he's kind of hitting every part of the gay spectrum. Do you feel like that's gonna open him up to a wider audience? male or female. And you kind of said like you probably think some men are gonna find his new feminine appeal a little bit more attractive than him being boyish.
He got a little ass too. I ain't gonna lie. I was just looking at them little shorts look good on him.
He looked good.
I was like, shit. I might shoot my shot in the DM. Oh my god.
I mean, my thing is like Young Thug is really feminine as fuck in a lot of the shit he does. So women still, for some reason, find him attractive. So I don't really see why they would not find Nas X attractive.
Lil Uzi Vert as well.
How y'all feel about this? That because to me, when you name people like Uzi Vert, it does come off more of a. Well, I don't know. He just weird.
I think he's metrosexual.
Necessarily call him feminine or trying to portray a
he like
feminine
pussy.
aesthetic.
Yeah, Uzi don't give me a feminine aesthetic at all.
No.
He just
okay, cool. Uzi. So that was a hot topic. We can move on to the episode. Let me see if Archie's back on. Okay, yeah, he's ready. Hey, Archie.
What up? What up?
So, did you wanna touch on the Lil Nas X topic real quick?
About Lil Nas, I mean, I feel like he's trying to break barriers and stuff, but that video, bitch, them devils in hell, look demonic for me.
Like all of the imagery was kind of forced, but I don't know.
I don't know. He sent out a message or what, baby.
I was looking at that ass. That ass looked real tight, and it looked like it's.
Girl, you a whore. You always looking at somebody's ass.
Okay, so do y'all think now, with that being said, do y'all think it's him or do y'all think it's the record label at this point?
I think it's.
You think it's him?
I think he's not signed to nobody. Isn't he a solo?
Like, I thought he was independent at first.
He is definitely signed to somebody. The man had the #1 song for a long ass year. He's definitely signed to somebody.
I feel like it's the record. I feel like the record company did that because they know it's a good strategic move. Like it's gonna reach viewers and he's gonna get money off that shit. Because if I was a record label and I had signed him, I'd be like, no, bro, you need to come on out. Like, come out. Like, yeah, let it show. Like, we need some money.
Yeah, at this point, because he has done a lot of things about when he added the titties to himself and they thought it was real. He was all over the blogs. He dressed up as Nicki Minaj. Like, he has done a lot of things to keep people attention. So, who knows?
Okay, so people had a big problem with that, even though he just did it for fun. But on the flip side, I don't know if y'all know who Bad Bunny is. But Bad Bunny dressed up as a whole drag queen. I'm talking about titties, makeup, everything. Looked like a whole woman. And everybody was like, oh, you look good as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing but high praises. So do you think it's like a
colorism thing? Come on,
yeah,
colorism and a double standard. Like, it's a double standard. Like, they know Nas is out there gay or whatever, bisexual, whatever you want to call it. Then Bunny Rabbit might be getting fucking in the ass, but he's just not in the open about it.
I mean, he said out his own mouth, right now I am a heterosexual. In the future, who knows if I'll be with a man?
Shed Pearl said he signed to Columbia, Beyonce's record label, since she's been in Destiny's Child.
Okay.
That's cute.
Okay.
Well, can y'all sign me?
All right, so we can kind of close out the hot topics. I just wanted to kind of touch on that, and maybe every hot night we can come up with a new hot topic to talk about. So Ashton, you met everybody at separate times, but the group kind of came together at the beginning of the year 2020. That's kind of where you got your name, the nucleus. You were kind of throwing different events, different kickbacks, lingerie parties,
Lingerie.
game nights, just to bring everybody together. Your social media friends, people that may have not ever ran into each other ever.
True.
Um, so you get ready to throw this game night.
Mm-hmm.
Let's fast forward before that.
The
You
barbecue.
send out the invitation. Wait, you send out the invitation.
Yes.
Rewind.
You already said why you picked certain people. Um, Chris, Chowden, aka Charlie, Bunny, DeFran, Archie
Mm-hmm.
was there, and
Right.
you were kind of giving the rundown to Dre in that episode.
Of who was going to be there, right?
Who I was gonna be there, what they've been up to, why you hadn't talked to them. Um, what what was the? A lot of the viewers kind of had the impression that Dre was being a little shady in that moment, in that scene.
Mm-hmm.
He said some things about some of the people that were going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about uh, one of your friends being on Jacked and Archie's meatballs.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Dre, were you being shady?
Um,
That's a yes.
I'm always shady, low key.
Come on, Shady
I'm always
Boo.
shady, low key. But it was all out of towards Archie, it was all out of love. Fuck them other bitches.
You know, me and Dre, we got a relationship like Pam and Jean. I mean, Pam and Martin, eating
Mhm.
each other ass. So that's a normal.
That's a good ass comparison.
That is definitely a normal for us.
To clear it up once and for all, can Archie cook?
Yes, he can.
Archie cooks hands
Period.
down.
It's
His
on
presentation
camera
might need some
now.
work.
Sarah.
You two also discussed the incident that occurred before the show started. Something that happened at a barbecue.
Oh, what happened at the barbecue? I was in DC, so what happened at the barbecue?
So we
What
went to
happened?
down to the, we went down to the barbecue.
Apparently,
We went down to the barbecue, right? And Ken basically invited some people. Like he invited like 4 or 5 people. And the thing was is that morning before I left his house, I ended up spending the night at his house because I was supporting him as a friend does, because it was his first night working at that bar. So I went out to support him that night, and then he was like, "Y'all can spend the night." So me and Lemon spent the night. So that morning, I told him, "Hey, you should invite somebody to the barbecue." Well, Dizzy Dora was like, "Well, who am I gonna invite?" And then he like invited like 4 or 5 niggas. And one of those niggas are now Dre's niggas. Go Dre. For the rest of the story.
I mean, I had a great time at the barbecue. I ate chicken and hot dogs, and I met my husband. Anything else is a bunch of bullshit.
Baby, he said husband.
The kebabs were good.
So what happened that affected the group so much that y'all almost didn't continue filming together?
Well, after we left the barbecue, we decided to go to Sherrod's house. Now we thought that Ken was gonna go home with um, somebody, and so
Himself.
we went there thinking like this is gonna be a peace free environment. and it was not. Ken decided to say he does not want to be on the show because, you know, of XYZ, and Dre was like, XYZ. And then they got into it. He was like, he was going to push Dre off the balcony, and
So
Dre was
I
like, he was
came.
going to whoop his ass.
No. So I came on the balcony. Ken and TT was having a conversation. I'm not gonna lie. All I heard was I don't want to be a part of this show if it's gonna be messy and everybody gonna do this and do this and do that, and everybody gonna act not like a friend. It kind of pissed me off in a sense because bitch, out of everybody here, you the only one that's not been acting like a friend. Let's be real. Cause just a month ago, you stopped talking to us over some he say she say shit instead of actually like hitting me up and say, "Oh, I heard this. Let's discuss it." My biggest issue with that man is that he always saying somebody's talking about him and this and that and the next, but as y'all can see, based off these episodes, it's the other way around. Um, so I was drinking. I did get a little bit defensive, like, bitch, what the fuck you mean you ain't filming this show if you don't, if it's gonna be messy, this and that and the next. You already starting off negative. Stop putting yourself in the position of you're not our friend because that's the motherfucking issue. If you don't want to be our friend, then don't fucking be our friend. You either our friend or you not. So we had got into a little argument or whatever. He threatened to push me off the balcony as he was walking away to get his motherfucking bags to leave. So all this talk about he bucked at me and this and that and then the next, we all know that shit not true. Cause bitch, if you would have bucked at me, we all would have know what happened. Look what happened at Ash's motherfucking game night. Don't play with me,
Wait,
bitch.
we haven't gotten there yet. We haven't gotten there yet.
I know.
So would y'all consider the barbecue the catalyst of most of the drama that happened throughout the season?
No, no. It happened before that. It happened on my actual birthday. That's when I told all these niggas that I was not fucking with that boy. Cause one thing you're not gonna do is disrespect me on my motherfucking birthday.
And make it
So
about
in
you.
April, I washed my motherfucking hands with that man. So to come May and to try to think that we friends and be like, oh, well, I used to talk to this boy. I don't give a fuck, nigga. You showed me who you are, and I'm moving forward accordingly. I'm not your motherfucking friend, and you not my motherfucking friend. Bitch, you didn't introduce us to no nigga at that motherfucking barbecue. Jordy came up to me and introduced himself to me. We was chopping it up for a good 30 minutes while you was in the car sucking dick. As soon as you came out the car, you want to say, oh, you know me and Jordan used to talk. Bitch, I don't give a fuck.
Whoa.
Well, did his breath smell like dick when he said that?
No, it's not
Okay.
like Chapel Hill.
Hey, but that's a question.
So do y'all wish that the barbecue would have been filmed?
Absolutely.
See, that was supposed to be the first day of filming. It should have been filmed.
That would have explained a lot for the viewers throughout the season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
because we
so
talked about that barbecue a lot, but they never got to see it.
after y'all got through that conversation, Ashton basically sent an invite to everyone to show up at his house, um, the game night. Were y'all excited? Like, how does Ashton's events usually go?
Baby. Actually, events. You want me to speak on
Drunk
that?
last night.
Yeah, Ashton events is very eventful. And there's lots of motherfucking liquor, lots of emotions, it's just a lot of everything, really.
But you
Right.
have a good time, right?
All the time. You know, I definitely get drunk.
Yes.
Be mixing and everything. I don't even mix until I get around Ashton.
I was really excited. I think out of to see out of all people, I was probably excited to see Bunny the most.
Now hold
Everybody
on now,
knows I love
bitch.
some tequila, and walked, every time Bunny walked into the room, she got a bottle of Patron. She ready to turn the fuck up. Shout out to the turtles.
Yeah.
I know y'all was fucked up like a
Hey,
motherfucker. So,
Listen,
August, you hadn't talked to
Yeah.
Ashton in a long time. What was it like when you got that invitation?
I was shocked. Honestly, well, I was shocked just from the message or whatever, because he hit me up because I think I had lost his number or something, so he sent me his number.
bitch, you deleted it.
Did you delete it, bitch? No, you know what? August is like a motherfucking. He be in the trap, so that bitch got a new number like every fucking month. So
I changed my number like 3 times this year, but I was honestly shocked because I wasn't expecting it. But of course I did want to go because I was like, well, let me just go see what's going on. Because I mean, he invited me for a reason, so I'm gonna go.
So, how did y'all link back up? What was the first? How was the first time that y'all met? Like,
Yeah.
what happened?
I actually seen August in the club.
Yeah,
Um,
I see all of them. It was Ashton, Jordan, and was it Drake?
I think Dre was there. I
I
think Dre
think
was there too. Joey was there. Dre was
was
there.
it Drake?
Dre was there.
Okay,
Where? Prospect Park?
Uh, no, we were at a door.
it was Adora, right?
Yeah, this is one of the
Baby,
rare times Dre was
I ain't
there.
never been to no motherfucker. I have not been to a door.
Dre, you were
Oh,
there.
I think you were there.
You were there, Dre. I promise you were. Okay, but
I only
anyways,
went to a door one time, and that's when I seen Kyria.
No, wait. So wait, the highlight of that night at Adora was I went to the restroom and then Jordan came to the restroom. We spoke and we kept pushing, so I went back to the restroom. Here come Ashton walking that bitch drunk. He looked me up and down. He was like, "Okay, bitch." He was like, "What's up?"
yeah,
I was like, "Fuck you, bitch." I was like, "What's up?" Shit, goddamn.
yes. But the thing was that when I seen August, I think it was like 2 or 3 days before, it was like Kim was like he doesn't want to do the show, blah 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 blah. So I was like, bitch, there's August. And the last time I had seen August, August was like, yo, like I really want to do a reality show with a group of gay guys. And so like when I saw him, I was like, that's God. That's God. That's God. So in the club at like 2 or 3 a.m. That's God, right? So then I go to the bathroom and then I tap him on the shoulder and I'm like, DM me. I'm gonna DM you. We gonna talk. And so yeah.
So he told you about the
That
show,
was God.
August. Like, what was the first thing that ran through your mind?
Honestly, I'm gonna be real. I was like, these hoes do not fuck with me. I said they trying to set me up, bro. I said I don't got time for the bullshit. Cause I didn't. Because I was like, I don't know what the fuck he want to talk about. Cause like we hadn't talked in so long, and I was like, well, shit. My first time seeing him, the first thing he say is, well, shit. I just hit me up. We gonna talk, and I was like, okay, bet. But I was on my toes because I was like, I don't know. He trying to ambush me.
Bitch, oh my goodness.
So speaking of that, y'all finally get
Oh, y'all was kissing
together,
ass.
and you get a chance to pull Ashton to the side to have a conversation. Um, let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Let's talk about it.
What was needed? What needed to be said to clear the air?
Um,
Look, you can go first, August.
I just felt like hell, he invited me to his house. This is my first time being in his home. So I was like, since we here, I'm not about to sit here and just act
Was
like
it?
uh,
Was
what?
it? Was
Yeah.
it? Okay. We'll run
And
with it.
so when we were sitting there or whatever, I was just like, well, let me just talk to him or whatever, because I don't want to just be sitting here with an elephant in the room. And we both had been around each other and shit. So it's just like, let me just talk about it, just see how he feeling, because we hadn't talked about it.
Okay, so looking back at the scene, um, what were you trying to communicate to Ashton? Like, what was the problem? Why did you think there was going to be a elephant, or why did you think there was going to be a problem?
Because around the time when I was invited to the pajama party, I didn't go because as you guys saw, you know, it's my brother's death anniversary or whatever. And so I just felt like, me personally, in my opinion, I just felt like, you know, I really hadn't owed anyone an explanation today. And you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, I just knew Ashton had, I wouldn't say necessarily felt some type of way, but I know he was more so like, well, damn, bitch, you ain't able to tell me shit about like what was going on. You just didn't show up. But you know, at the same time, in my head, I was like, well, shit, I didn't feel like I had to. But like, bitch, I was like, I'm still grieving. Like, it's just a year. And so I just wanted to get it out there to him, you know what I'm saying? And just tell him how I was feeling and just see how he felt at the same time.
Can I say that I definitely am sorry how it came off that I'm insensitive to that. But like, you know, like I definitely hit you up like when that happened. Like it was like months later until you hit me up and was like, hey, I'm okay.
Yeah,
Like, but I definitely was texting you like when it happened, after it happened, months after it happened,
yeah,
you know. Like I literally was trying to be there for you. Like I would never like, you know, leave you hanging like that. I had just left Atlanta
yeah.
from being with you and Ralph. So I was like that shit kind of hit
It
me too.
really
Like
happened.
damn, like he was, you know, he was just alive. And when you hit me and you text me with, you know, he passed away, like, you know, I really felt a type of way. But as far as, you know, it playing out on the show, I definitely want to say I'm sorry for being insensitive. Because I definitely was being insensitive. Uh because it was the anniversary of him passing away. Um and yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I
I'm
feel
sorry
like
about that.
I can
Sure.
honestly tell. Yeah, I can honestly tell everybody. Ashton was there. He definitely wasn't insensitive when it happened. You know, up until you know, he really wasn't insensitive. Period. I just think it came off like that because again, Ashton was there like 2 weeks prior to Ralph dying or whatever. Like literally, like 2 weeks later, he had passed away after Ashton had left Atlanta. And so he was there. I just had shut everybody out. I wasn't talking to nobody. I wasn't responding. I wasn't answering my phone. Like I was just really just chilling to myself, trying to like vibe out and just grieve the shit. So even to this day, I still ain't really fully grieved the shit. So I mean, you know, it's just a sensitive situation, a sensitive subject, only being because shit, he died in my arms. I watched him die, so it fucked with me a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a work in progress, man. And shit, at the end of the day, everything gonna be good. I can really talk about it now because at first I couldn't. I break down crying, but
Yeah,
That'd be
you
fun.
talked about watching him pass away and him passing away in your arms, and I kind of just wanted to touch on how every person in the cast has dealt with grief at some point, especially during the production, from deaths to car accidents to shit,
right.
COVID, you know, and it's been
Mm-hmm.
real difficult for everyone. Um, and Ashton, a lot of people, they don't know that you and August have a lot of shit in common. Like at the end of the day, it's something about y'all. It's something about y'all. It's something about y'all where like y'all can share, y'all will be able to connect, especially during this time of grief, and still kind of come through it. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
Ashton, there has to be a way that you can relate to his situation. I know a lot of people say that you were insensitive, but could you share a story that was kind of similar to that,
For
similar to
sure.
some, you know?
For sure. I didn't have any family members die of COVID. But I did have like my aunt and my uncle, well, two of my aunts and my uncle, like back to back, like I'm talking month after month after month, died of cancer. Um, and I kind of didn't like reach out to people and be like, you know, I'm going through this, but you know, I just kind of just went through it. And that's the thing, you know, I think with me, like I'm always trying to fix other people's problems when I have so many problems of my own. So like that's something I'm definitely working on in 2021 for sure.
Cool. Um, so can you relate to August's grief, no matter
I
how
can
long the time period was? You know,
yes,
like
I can definitely relate to August with that. No matter how long the time period was, I should have been respectful of his feelings. But my point at that time was is that I talked to him that day. You know, he was like, you know, I got my pajamas, I'm coming. And, you know, he said it hit him you know, and that's okay. Like I can respect that. But the thing was that I didn't hear from August until like months later after that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it
shit.
wasn't like it happened, he didn't come, and then like a week later he texts me, or a month later he texts me, or 2 months later he texts me. It was like 3 or 4 months later, you know, when I heard from August again. So it was like, damn, like it really made me feel a type of way, you know, because on the show, you know, it would make it seem like, oh, Ashton's this type of friend, but like, no, like I was really trying to be there for my friend. Like, and again, like I would never like sit up here. Well, I'm not gonna say I would never because I did post it, but you know, sit up here, you know, and scroll down the text messages and show y'all like I was there trying to be there for August. I really, really was. I try to be there for all my friends. I really, really do.
Yeah, and it's like even around the time that it happened, I was more so like, to be honest, man, a lot of people was pissed off with me because again, it was the first year anniversary. Like, you know, I just visited his grave like on this anniversary because it was 2 years. So I was like, let me just go to the grave because I didn't go to the funeral. And so it's like now looking back, like I'm just like, well, shit, I had lost people was pissed off at me because I had ducked off for like 2 or 3 months and I wasn't talking to nobody at the first anniversary because it felt like I was reliving it all over again because I hadn't dealt with it. And so I was
Yeah.
like, well, shit, I don't really just feel like being bothered. So, you know, I really wasn't fucking with nobody. And I will say, like, even though I post shit on Instagram, if you don't physically hit me up and say, hey, August, like, how you doing? Like, bitch, y'all gonna think that I'm okay. I'm chilling. Like, if you don't hit
Yeah.
me up personally and be like, hey, how you feeling? You would never know what I'm really going through. I just don't feel like it's something for me to put out there to the world. Like, oh my God, I'm going through this. Oh my God, I'm going through this. Like, because nobody want to see that shit. Like, it get annoying. So, you know, I'm just a different type of individual when it comes down to certain shit and situations.
For sure.
All right, so y'all clear the air, right?
Yeah, for
And the
sure.
fun and
For
games
sure.
begin. So let's see. You had this question game. Um, where did this come from?
So the crazy thing is that I literally just made this game up, like literally while I was at work before I got to the party. So like I knew like I wanted to incorporate buckets. I knew I wanted to incorporate dice, and so I was like, okay, so I'm gonna get my little index card to my bucket and my marker, and I'm gonna make a game. So that day at work, like I literally made that game. And what people don't know is that everybody was at my house before I got there. I literally came in from work, put on a little outfit, and came out and started drinking. I was trying to catch up on drinking. So yeah,
Um, how did you expect for the night to go?
I
Did you
thought it was
expect for
gonna
there
be
to
a
be
good.
any drama, or did you expect for it
I
to
did
come from
not.
August of all
I
people?
did not. I did not expect it to be no drama at all. I really did. I thought it was gonna be a cool, smooth ass night. I thought it was gonna be fun. I thought we like I said, we ended up after that, like going out and having a good ass time. But the game was targeted to be shady. And it was exactly that. And it was fun, but it was fun shade though. Like it wasn't nothing like hitting to the core. Now Wig over here was flirting with Chris, which made Chowden make the comments that he made about his wig. So that's for Chowden and Wig to discuss. But yeah, at least that's what I got from it.
Baby, all I'm gonna say is I done came a long way from that wig.
That
Oh,
vibe.
shout out to Jayla Mudd here and Styles by King B, because they definitely been getting my shit right. I done got a lot better with the craft.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, I loved it.
I'm excited about the
Are
wig
you
part.
wearing one of your new units tonight?
Yeah, this is custom right here. You know what I'm saying? You can't find this in the stove.
So y'all are playing the game, and clearly a few of the guests have their attention focused on you, August. Do you notice what's going on, and if so, what's going through your mind?
At first, I didn't. I didn't notice it until. Damn, I think me and Archie was sitting there talking. Oh, me and Archie was talking, I think, and I kind of overheard it, but I was like, I looked at Archie and I was like, all right, I'm gonna let it slide, like, girl, anyway. So the night kept going, so I heard it again. So I was like, Well, let me just flip shit real quick. Fuck, like, god damn, I didn't want to say nothing. So, I mean, it don't bother me though. Like, it wasn't a problem. It was just the fact that, like, bitch, you ain't finna play me in front of everybody though. Like, hold on, my nigga, what's going on? So, but I felt like shit. I'll say this here. Everybody was behind me, the whole group as a whole, cause shit. DeAndre over here was maybe move some furniture in the apartment.
Okay. Okay, he's a protector.
everybody was on go. It was like, well, bitch, she should have came in here drunk.
So when Charlie was making those comments and those gestures and comments on the side, did anybody else notice? Dre, did you notice? Ashton, did you notice?
Mm-mm.
I honestly didn't notice.
You were lying, bitch. I seen the clip. You was bitch. I seen the clip. Your facial expressions told it all, baby. I was like, girl.
I was like, wait, like, how did we get here? Like, cause I didn't realize that you were flirting with Chris until we watched it on the video. Like, I didn't realize that. But like, I was like, damn, like, Charlie coming on strong. Like, I don't want it to be like some shit, but then it turned into some shit. So, I mean, fuck, what can I do?
To be honest, Chowden came in there on one. And like I've been around him plenty of times. He's never been like that. So I don't know if it was the cameras, I don't know what it was, but he was definitely turned up that night.
So can you kind of explain the backstory on you and Charlie and what you meant when you said he was quote unquote from Phoenix?
I had moved to Arizona when I was like 19 or 20. Right when I graduated high school, I left home at like 19 years old or whatever because I kind of wanted to venture out on my own out there. And you know, me and Charlie, it was nothing sexual or nothing like that. Like we were just drinking shit. And so going forward, he had moved to Houston. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like he was a big flirt in Houston. Like when he would go out, he would get drunk and be all with his shirt off, all on the tables and shit, all on these folks' establishments, furniture and shit like that. Just fucked up drunk and like, you know, one day he hit me up a couple times. He was just like, you know, he wanted to play. I would always decline. I would never go. I don't know if it's because his boyfriend was looking at me because he was looking at me as well. I don't know if he felt some type of way about that or what, but I could just tell there was some more animosity behind that versus it just talking about our me just flirting with his kid. It was some more behind it. That's why he never said it. So as far as child, that's why I called him like, bitch, you from Phoenix, bitch. Like you ain't gonna do shit. You not gonna pop because I know how y'all niggas get down in Phoenix. Like I stayed there. Them niggas scary as hell in Phoenix. That's just how I feel about it.
Okay, so at one point you interrupted the party to make a statement. My question to everyone else before you answer is: did y'all even know he had on a wig?
Well, I knew.
I called Ashton and told him. I was like, bitch, if anybody cut for my hair, it's gonna be a problem.
And it definitely was.
Archie,
Baby,
you were the closest. Archie, you were the closest to August on the couch during game night. Did you know he had on a wig?
Hell no, I was shocked as hell. I had to look at it and I was like, let me touch that shit. I was like, it is a wig. I had to feel it for my damn self because I didn't know for sure or not. Baby, when he said wig, I was like, there's just a wig on your head.
What did you think of all the commotion? I mean, Charlie is your friend too. And that's your house.
What did I think? Well, to be honest, I was high as hell. And let's be honest, I was doing some things before the party even got started. I was in some things and I had some things going on. So, you know, I was going back and forth, doing what I was doing and coming back out, like boop, bop, boom. So I couldn't really just focus on that. And plus, I was a little high. Oh, I was very high. I was high as hell. I was super high. I was
And
very high.
Archie, as well as being a premier private caterer and chef, you also have other businesses such as taxes and doing hair. As a hairstylist, from 1 to 10, what would you rate August's installation?
The one he got on today, I give it a 10. That's very becoming for you,
Yeah.
baby.
Baby, I'm telling you, I'm getting comfortable with it, baby. What's up? I'm getting comfortable.
That's very becoming for you,
I'm
darling.
telling
You
you.
win it tonight. Now this you on point with.
Period.
And lastly, for the viewers who are so curious, was the wig really $500? And if so, could you break down the
So,
expenses?
no, the wig was like $2 something, and the installation was like $2 something, which added up to $500. So that's why I was like, bitch, you gonna get $500 for it? Like, what's up? So that's just
Okay, Vic. And can you go ahead and plug the person that does your hair?
I have two stylists. So one of them is Big Green, his styled by King B on Instagram, and the other one is Justin J Lamont Hair on Instagram. So y'all just check them out. They cool as fuck, man. They gonna get your shit right.
Big. Okay. So you've had plenty of hairstyles over the course of the show. My question to the rest of the panel, to the rest of your castmates, which was one of your favorite of August's wigs?
I like the one he had on
Starting
that game.
with Ashton.
I like the one he had on a game night. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Excuse me.
Dre.
So the people haven't seen this wig yet, but it's definitely what you call her. It's the one, the colored one.
Oh, the red one.
I don't know, but
Red.
it's a cherry one. It's the cherry
Come
Oh,
on,
one.
red.
Cherry.
That's
Come
the
on,
big
Foxy.
one.
Archie, what was one of your favorite wigs that August
It's the
wore?
wig. I think it's the one with the little two braids in the front. It was like braided up into a bun.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It was that one.
All right, so
All
Wigate,
right.
boom, we did that, got through that.
Bump, bump.
But game night didn't end once Ashton's guest left. How did the rest of the night go? And before that happened, before we discussed that, like a lot of viewers had some questions about this moment.
Now Drake can speak on that.
I got hit in the face.
Well, the situation kind of escalated. I just felt like we was in a house full of black men mostly. What really pissed me off was that with all that's going on in this world, Charlton to me was the instigator. He was poking the bear. And he is the one who started saying, I'm about to call the cops. I know if I'm touched, I'm about to call the cops. I'm about to call the cops. It just really pissed me off. I don't know if it just brought me to like this whole defense mode. Like, bitch, what you mean you about to call the cops? Like, bitch, they about to come in here and shoot all of us. That's really what I was thinking in my head. So at that point, he was the enemy.
Not the enemy.
And
Not Thanos.
he was. And
Come on, Thor.
so he got to just run out of his mouth, and then I pretty much walked up on him. He said I pushed him, and then but I don't really recall that because if I pushed you, you would have felt it. But he decided to swing on me.
And hit me.
Of course, he was fighting air. The only person that got hit in the altercation was Ashton. because he decided to get in the way. You should never do that.
In a black fight at that.
Well, the thing was is that I'm all about defending my friends, and you was not about to hit Dre. So like, I took the hit for you, bitch.
Baby, either way go, he wasn't gonna hit me. But thank you.
Well, bitch, he connected with my mandible, bitch, and that shit hurt.
I know it's because I backed up. When he hit me, I was like this, and like you was right there, so boom.
Thank you,
And then that's when I
Sherrod.
grabbed his hands, but it was too late. It was just too late. Hey, Sherrod.
Yes,
Sherrod getting rough as fuck.
he a protector
I'm
too.
jealous.
Speaking of Sherrod, throughout the episode, we see Sherrod being the mediator between Ashton and Ken. A lot of people don't know that Sherrod couldn't film with us the first week of production because he was quarantining. But anyway, do y'all think that Sherrod played a good role as the mediator of the group?
I think Sherrod did the best he could do with a bunch of hot heads.
Okay, I'll take it.
Ashton?
I will have to second what Dre said. However, I know for a fact that he's Team Ken, and that's okay. I feel like Ken needs somebody on his team, and Sherrod is a good person to have on your team. Checkmate, bitch.
Why can't we just be Team Love? Why can't we just be Team
That's
Love?
what I think. But I know for a fact, like, that's his road dog. Like, he got his back at the end of the day before he got mine. And I love Sherrod to death, but I know that's the truth.
So are you saying he didn't play a good mediator?
I'm going to say he didn't play an equal mediator.
I really feel like Sherrod was unbiased. Like during this season, I feel like Sherrod was very unbiased on camera. Like it was given, I don't see him playing one side. Maybe I missed some things. Y'all know I don't watch this show.
Sherrod's in the comments. Do you want to say anything, Sherrod?
I love Sherrod. Like, Sherrod, I ain't got no problem with him, but I really feel like, he is more of Ken's friend than he is mine. And that's okay. Like, I get it. You have different levels of friendships with different people. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. I have my own relationship with Sherrod. I'm not jealous of the relationship that he has with Ken. But when you ask the question is that do I think that he was a good mediator? And I think that he was okay and he did as best as he could as far as he knew. And that's that.
So this term Mother Goose Talk, was this your first time hearing about it, or like where did this come from?
Mother Goose Talk. Are you talking about the discussion on how it came?
No, just the term Mother Goose Talk. Like, where did they come from?
I feel like people think that I talk to them as like a mother and that I'm nurturing. And I am kind of nurturing, and I really am like 99.99% in my feelings like all the time, more than I would like to admit. And so maybe that's where it came from.
I think it comes from,
and I got a fat clip.
You wanted to always see the best in people.
That's true. And my mom has been told me about
after
that.
chance after chance.
Forever. And I realized that's what Dre meant when he said you're being too nice. That's what he meant when you were saying that.
Yeah.
August, do you think Ashton plays Mother Goose?
Indeed. That's definitely his type. I mean, shit. We talk to Ashton, it's like talking to like having having a white friend. It's like, he's gonna
Not
listen.
a wife.
He's not gonna judge. He's gonna be like, okay. I don't know. Ash just always gave me like, okay, I got a white girlfriend. Like, okay, cool. Like, it's cool.
Period.
It's not nothing bad though.
You was in a white boy. It was a white boy you hopped in my DM about.
Who are you talking about, Dre?
Bitch, in high school.
Good night. It's like Atlanta, bitch. Yes, I used to love white boys. I used to love white boys. I used to love white boys who had like an urban appeal to them. So like Vanilla Ice, Mac Miller, Eminem, like that was my thing.
Are you gonna marry a white boy?
No, I like black men now, and then like black caucuses.
Yeah.
I was
Period.
All right, so Ashton, you decide to, or you agree to meet up with Kenny to have a quote unquote Mother Goose talk. How did you expect for this to go?
Well, I expected it to go as well as it did. Um, I really feel like looking back, like he was just like, let me get this conversation out of the way. Like, let me just like boom, bam, bedazzle this bitch and like work my way onto the show so I can get that clout. So that's what he did. And he did it well because at the bench, I really felt like it was a genuine conversation. I didn't feel like he was being fake. But once I watched it back and I watched his confessionals, I was like, yo, like you weren't genuine. Like you were just using me as a stepping stone to get back into this group to film the show because you knew that August was going to be filming the show, and so you were like, "Oh no, like I can't have that happen. I can't have August come on, And August is, August is cute, So he was like, "Oh no, like I gotta come and show my big ass Caillou ass head," and so he came and he did what he could. But when we talk about Ken and we talk about the show, all we can say is that he had boy problems with everybody but his man.
So speaking on that, we kind of touched on that a little bit. August, you weren't originally a part of the cast. Um, Ken left, I'm sorry, not he didn't leave. He decided not to film with us when we started production, and you came on probably like a week later. How did that happen? Like,
How
what
did
do
what
you
happened
think
exactly?
happened to make you a main cast member?
I honestly, truthfully speaking, I feel like it was after because the fluffy girl, y'all, she was in cahoots with the production or whatever at the first episode that I filmed on or whatever, and so I feel like after that scene when me and Chowdy got into it, made me a main cast member. Shit, you said it, and Ryan had said it. They was like, "Yo, we definitely want you a part of the first season or whatever." And I was like, "Okay, cool, like, I'll do it." But it wasn't intentional though. What I did was like all generic. It was like it wasn't scripted. Like it just happened like that. I hate it happen because I want trying to put myself in that light, being ghetto and shit. Because I'm not like that. But it just happened like that though.
Um,
I feel like I feel like this rightfully so, but I feel like production was August's ass. I feel like August came
Charming.
and he brought this new energy, um, and nobody else was really giving nothing. So that's what made him a cast member. Like his energy, it was everything that he was bringing to the table. Because really, at first, everybody was being dry as fuck. August came in ready to go, and shit. If I was production, I would have put him as a main cast member too.
He definitely knocked the domino over, baby. He got it
and
popping.
he
Two
did.
by
He really
two.
Right.
did. And a lot of people don't know that was his first time filming, and he came in and knocked out two good ass things. So yeah, it was definitely
Yeah.
worth having him join as a main cast member. And Archie,
Mm.
our fan favorite, like when you finally got your green screen on episode 5, we'll be getting to that later um, on another live. But when you finally got your green screen, it was just so crazy how the comments lit up.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people want to know like where we had been hiding you. Where were you?
I was in the streets, baby. But no, most of the time I was out of town because sometimes it would be very last minute that I would find out about something. And if I already booked my flight, I'm already gone. So I was booking gigs and I was catching flights.
Nice. Did you, since you weren't necessarily a part of the main cast, like when the information or like when things got back to you about what was happening on set, did you were you glad you weren't a part of it?
Well, to be honest, if I knew if I was doing anything, I was coming on the show to like brand myself and brand what I had going on. All that drama shit ain't never got nothing to do with me. I may tune in and tap into it, but I'm tapping right the fuck back out.
And on that note, why don't you go ahead and plug some of your info? Like, where can people find you? What are you doing?
Well, I got a couple pages. You can find me at on Instagram. Um, my main page is Archie Black. I got a catering business called Archie's Kitchen TX. I got a new blog called In the Kitchen with Archie. And I also got a hair page, Styles by Archie Black. So you can find me on all those pages. If you want to look for
Good
me on
shit.
Facebook, it's RJ Austin. Huh?
I was saying good shit. Like I was saying, like
Oh,
serial entrepreneur, you do so much. And yeah,
yes.
I think this would have been a great
Oh, wait,
platform
wait,
for
wait, wait,
you.
wait. And you can find me on Twitter. The Fun Size Top, baby. Rustin Bob.
We gonna get to that at a later recap.
Ooh, you said plug
So
me in, baby.
hopefully
I gotta
on
plug me
your
in.
yeah, I'm gonna plug you in because we got to get to that at another time. But yeah, I'm glad you're open to talking about it. And like I said, I wish you would have had more time on the show.
For sure.
Yes.
Um, so the game night is over. Y'all leave. Uh, Ashton, you decide to meet up with Ken. You're not necessarily persuaded by Sherrod, but he's playing his part by making sure that both sides are communicated. Um, when y'all finally did sit down to talk and have the conversation on the bench, how did you
Mm.
expect for the conversation to go?
I like I said, I thought it was gonna be good. I didn't think that Ken was looking for no smoke. Um, I thought that he generally wanted to move forward, and genuinely wanted to move forward, in a productive and proactive way. But he showed his ass as all donkeys do, and it wasn't a pretty sight as we saw at the run.
Was there anything that needed to be said on the bench that didn't get said?
I feel like I didn't incorporate the part where there was a time where he texted me and said like he couldn't trust me. And it was over, me telling Jordan or asking Jordan about who this what I forgot what the porn name was, child. Like what was it? What was the porn name? It's not important. But I had asked Jordan about like what this person was because Jordan had never said nothing about it. So I asked him, and it was a story that Ken told me. He said that the roommate came into the room with a laptop and they were looking up. Jordan doing porn, and his name was London. And so I was like, okay. So I was asking Jordan, like, who the fuck is London? Like, he never said nothing about about London, and he broke it down and said who the fuck London was. So I guess, well, I know for a fact that Jordan went directly to Ken and the roommate, I guess, to via text or via phone call, and was like, "Bitch, don't be messy" or whatever. Um, but I was being messy. I can own that. I was being messy, and at that point, I didn't have to carry that bone back, but I did. Oh well. Ken carries many bones across Houston, Texas. So, oh well.
So, what was the main point that you were trying to get across in that meeting? Like,
The main point that I was trying to get across to him is that this shit is petty that y'all are arguing about. Like, let it go and let God. But at the end of the day, I found out that Ken doesn't believe in God. So it was like talking to, fucking Annabelle. So I don't know, like I was getting nowhere with him. And like I said, I didn't realize until I watched it back that I was getting nowhere with him. But he's gonna be who he is. Like I said, he has a good person that's in his corner. That is Mr. Sherrod, and I know that with the light that Sherrod has inside of him, that Sherrod will lead him in a great path. I hope.
so do you think Ken was listening? Do you think he heard you?
I think that Ken did not hear me. I was trying to basically tell him, like, when somebody is telling you something, it's not like we're against you. It's like I'm just trying to make you productive and proactive as a friend. Like, I see that you have this flaw, and I'm trying to help you, change it into something good. And not only do I recognize this flaw, everybody else recognizes this flaw. Um, and we don't even have to go over what that flaw is. I think you as a producer know what it is.
Well, let me ask you this question: were you listening to Ken?
I absolutely did not listen to Cam because he wasn't saying anything. What was he really saying? Can you remember?
So was any of
Actually,
that?
can you remember? Can I ask you this question? Can you remember anything that Ken said this season?
Yeah, I watched the show back.
Oh no, you can. You can. Can I ask the rest of the cast? Do y'all remember anything memorable that Ken said this season that you can just remember off the top of your head?
Does anybody want to speak on that? I can bring y'all back.
I don't remember him saying anything
So was
either.
any of that genuine? Do you think? Do you do?
I was
What
being
was the
genuine.
point of it? Do you wish you could take it back if it wasn't
I, I
genuine?
I feel like I wish that we would have had a longer conversation. I wish that he really would have broke down about how he really felt about me, instead of waiting to blindside me in an interview, with someone I'm not gonna name because we're no longer talking about them or with them. Um, so yeah, like I just don't think he's genuine, and I think he's very calculated, and I think that he only came back on the show because August was doing it, and he was like, "Oh my goodness, they're gonna do this without me now." And he thought that he would be like the catalyst, like the person to like not get his point of view across in the black sheep. Well, he ended up being the black sheep, and
Mm.
I'm sorry that it came off that way. Like I said, Ken is a really fun ass person. It's just when he opened his mouth, it's not cute.
Mm. Well, y'all somewhat talked through y'all's differences, and y'all also brought up brotherhood.
Yes.
Could you talk a little bit about that? Like, what was your need for a brotherhood, especially during this time? And then I'm gonna open it up to the panel. Do y'all feel
Uh
like y'all found a brotherhood within this group?
huh. I feel like at one point it was a brotherhood, but it was before the cameras came. Like, but at the end of the day, like I said before, like, you know, it was a sensitive time in our life. Like, we had people's family members that were dying of coronavirus, of police brutality. We had this horrible ass president, and we wanted somebody to like coincide and feel what we felt, and nobody feels that other than another black gay man, because that's what the fuck we are. We're all black gay men, and we have more in common than the fuck that we think that we have, and we spend more time arguing and bickering and throwing shade about shit that doesn't matter for no reason, for no reason at all, and trying to prove points that nobody gives a fuck about for no reason at all. And I wanted people to see the bigger picture. However, I got caught up in the bullshit as well, as you saw on camera. I got caught up with August and Braylon. I got caught up with Ken. Like, I got caught up in the bullshit as well. So, you know, I'm not, you know, on my soapbox, but at the same time, like, I really wanted it to be a good brotherhood, and I really wanted people to like see past their differences.
Dre, you think you found a brotherhood within this group?
Girl.
The
thing is, I feel like the potential is definitely there. Minus Ken, as a collective, I'm saying as a collective. Um, being real, I know our tagline coming in this shit was like real friends, real jobs, real weekends. But the real friends part, it always kind of disturbed me because, bitch, I only know y'all for 4 months. We're building a friendship. Not everybody. I've known some people longer than that, but like what I'm like, at the end of the day, we've been hanging out as a group collectively for 4 months. I think that so much has happened in those 4 months that it made us like bond and like get real close to each other quick. But like, bitch, I don't argue this much with shit. I've known Ty for the longest time. Me and Ty ain't never fell out. Up until this show, me and Ashley have never fell out. I don't argue with my friends like that. Like that's a toxic ass relationship. I'm not about to argue with you every day and make up with you the next minute. That's fucking stupid. We either gonna be friends or we're not gonna be friends. And I feel like with certain people, this friendship shit is a game. And it's like, bitch, I either fuck with you or I don't fuck with you, and you gonna know either way it go.
Archie, you feel
So did
like
I find a
you?
brotherhood? No.
Archie, what about you?
But
The question was, did I find a brotherhood? I'm with Dre. I don't necessarily say brotherhood. Like, I would probably find people I connected with, like me and August. I throw a little wig in his head all the time, but we get along well. Me and Dre, we'll go drink. We got like a Pam and Martin relationship, you know. But brotherhood, I don't know. I really don't know. I can see it. I mean, I'm all cool with everybody. I don't have no beef with nobody, so I can see it growing. You know, I've been working with Braylon and stuff, so you know, it's there. It's
Yeah,
definitely potential.
hopefully we can get Braylon on Real Hot Nights to talk about Jambalaya, and his experience. I thought it was a real nice setup. I didn't get a chance to stay for too long, but I thought it was a real nice setup, and getting a chance to see him and hear him sing was pretty cool. So yeah, hopefully we can have both y'all on at the same time and talk about that at another time. August, you being one of the newer members of the group, were you looking for a brotherhood, or do you think you found one?
I feel like the rest of everybody else. I feel like it has the potential to be a brotherhood. It was definitely I wouldn't even say a learning experience. Okay, let me ask this question because now I'm about to go off the subject. I just feel like. Do y'all feel like since the cameras was rolling, it caught shit that we wouldn't necessarily go back and say if it wasn't filmed?
I'd probably say a lot of shit. So
So do you? So I guess the question I'm asking is, are we real friends? Because like clearly everybody say shit off record. You know what I'm saying? But it get caught on camera and then it get brought back up because we know it's gonna get aired. So it's like, damn, well, shit. Like, are we real friends? Or like, I don't know. I guess what I'm asking, like, is it a real friendship?
Ashton?
I would say that even amongst this cast, like it's different levels of friendships with different people. Like some people are
Yeah.
just associates, and some people are friends, and some people are deeper than friends, and some people are secret lovers, and some people are secret fuckers.
Whoa.
And I can't do nothing about that. Like I only introduce the bitches to one another, and what they decide to do with that is what they decide to do with it.
Right. Well, I can just to piggyback off that. I can
So
honestly say from everyone, I feel like I've gained a friend. I wouldn't necessarily call anyone on the cast an associate per se. I just feel like I definitely everybody have different personalities. How we all click on a certain level, and it just is what it is. Shit, like at the end of the day, bitch, I know I can call Archie, Ashton, Jordan, Dre, Ken for to go out for a fucking drink, and we gonna have a good time. Period, point blank. So, shit, I mean, it's definitely a potential brotherhood for
For
real.
sure.
so my question is, do y'all want one? Would y'all want one in the future amongst this group or as this platform expands?
I'm gonna tell you for sure. With everybody that's in this group, I value them for all different reasons, and I love
Mhm.
each and every one of them for all different reasons. But we have to like I said that I said this the other day, like bitch, like don't bring up your mess. Like don't bring up other people's mess. Like bitch, bring up your own. Like stop trying to like showboat. Stop trying to like be like outdo. Like it's not always a competition. It's about like brotherhood. Like I said, like that's why like I wanted to do this show because I thought it would be about brotherhood. I thought it would be about people wanting to get to know each other on a deeper level and having somebody to be there for them when somebody passed away, when somebody was going through a graduation or getting married or whatever. Like I feel like Dre will be one of my best men for sure. For sure, for sure. Limits will be one of my best men for sure. And
Bitch, as long as I
I
get the front row.
bitch, you will definitely be in the front row, and you bet and you better wear a good wig. uh, but yeah, so like I definitely like I feel like these people are like still like my brothers in a way. Like even Archie is my brother in a way. Like I will forever call on Archie and ask him for advice about shit. I will forever ask him about different like how to make shit as far as in the kitchen or just like advice about stocks or whatever the case may be. Like I will forever call him. Like with Dre, I will forever call him about advice about everything. Like because that's why I became friends with him because I wanted somebody that knew what this life was like and he knew what this life was like. He was the first person that I felt like that came out in my school that I could relate to because he was a black man and he was gay. And so yeah, like I feel like we have the potential to be a brotherhood. However, like Ken is a rotten fucking egg. Like, and we just can't put that bitch in a capsule or in a vacuum and send that bitch up to Mars. Like, we can't because unfortunately he's here on Earth and he's backing and tagging. And we love him for it. Like, girl, like I will forever tip you at a door. Like, I have no problem doing that. And I wish you very
Speak for
well with
yourself.
your Kentucky Fried Chicken, bitch. Like, love you, bitch. So, like, I love you from a distance. Like, I can't love you up close because you're a trifling type of bitch. And you like to go around and spread false narratives. And we're not going to spend much time else talking about you because, like I said, You're not important. Next.
Okay,
Can
One
we
so
thing
can we
that
take a
I
can we
don't
take a, can
do,
we take a
one thing
pause
that
and
I
take a
don't do
shot?
is mix my friends. Um, I feel like I've been like, I'm very much to myself most of the time. I do anything by myself, but I do have friends that are like, oh, I want to go do this with this person. I want to do this with this person, but it's never I want to do this with all of y'all together. Um, and this is a perfect example. Not everybody gets along, and then you're kind of stuck in the middle of this friend and this friend arguing because, in a sense, they only know each other because of you,
Right.
and that can be stressful as fuck. I already don't fuck with people as it is, so if I got two people in my ear complaining about how they don't like each other, I'm like, well, bitch, I'm about to block both of y'all because y'all getting on my fucking nerves.
And Dre has been there. Dre has been there when two people have got to
Yes.
an
Oh my
argument and
goodness.
called me like, "Thank you, Peppy." When two people have gotten into an argument, like it's like, oh my god, like these bitches are calling me back to back, like da 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 da, and it's like, bitch, like let go and let God. Oh my god.
Pepe LaView said this is a different Ashton. I don't see this side of him on camera.
Right.
Do you think filming during COVID had anything to do with that? Do you feel like you being blindsided or having such drama amongst your friends was the main reason why uh, you came off different on camera, or were you insecure, or like what was going through your head
For
during
sure.
filming?
I was definitely insecure about how I was gonna come off. I was worried about my posture. I was worried about how my tone was gonna sound. Was I gonna sound like a queen, like a butch queen, like how I was gonna sound like a bottom? Like I didn't know how I was gonna sound and how I was gonna look. So it was that on top of the things that I heard about, Sherrod, Dre, and August and Braylon sitting there talking about it. I was like, oh my God, like what did they say about me? Like, and I was upset, and I think being upset with your closest friends, and I feel like I will still forever say this, like, I don't talk to Jordan. Well, I talk to Jordan almost every day. I don't talk to Dre every day, but I will still say like they're like my closest fucking friends. Like they really are because they knew me. Well, I would say Dre knew me before I was me. But Jordan is, just somebody who I've, become to know, who's just a fun socialite who I really appreciate. But at the end of the day, like I love the both of them bitches. And I just wish that, it just didn't go south the way it went south. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
What about y'all? What was y'all's experience like filming, especially during COVID? August.
Um, I feel like I can say this about all of us. I feel like the world did see our true personalities because it was like we can go out and have a good time or whatever. Even though the inside activities was cool, but I just felt like they don't know what like we actually do in a sense, like on our everyday basis. Like, cause yeah, all of us really funny as fuck in our own way. Like we're gonna make you laugh. I mean, so
Yeah.
I wish that they could have seen a different side of me. Cause I'm goofy as fuck. So I mean, anything is funny. I'm gonna laugh at anything. If it's funny,
And
I'm
he
gonna
can
laugh.
cook.
Enemy or not, I'm gonna laugh because it's funny as fuck. So if everyone do return to season two, I feel like it's gonna be very much so different. Well, I know for a fact it's gonna be different.
For sure. But before we get to season two, let's talk a little bit about episode two. Um, so on the next episode, we see August starts to kind of build his friendship with Kenny. He also branches out and goes into acting a little bit. We're also introduced to Braylon, and we find out that Ashton went missing on social media. So, before we get out of here tonight, I know that some of you may not be participating in the next recap panel when we do discuss comeback Ken, but would any of y'all like to touch on episode 2 really quickly?
Um,
I wasn't in it, so I didn't watch it.
episode 2 was very, very interesting. It was cool.
I will say that while we were sitting there at the table, it kind of seemed like I was there the whole time, like sitting there watching them talking about me and Jordan, and that definitely wasn't the case. I was in the line watching, the bartender pour tequila on rocks. So I don't know what they were doing. Obviously, they were talking about. And, Ken said that, he was going to say what, he had to say when I came back to the table. But what he said, he never said. So,
I
you
think
know,
that I think episode 2 opened the gate to a lot of shit. The gate slowly started opening. It just slowly started opening. You know what I'm
this is
saying?
some messy ass shit, right?
Right.
Baby, I always brought his spoon, baby.
That taco was good, shit.
Maybe them joints were good.
So
Yeah, was it?
August, like I said, you said what? I was saying so. Like August, you started to build your friendship with Ken. Do you feel like that friendship was organic? Do you feel like it would have happened if you weren't on the show?
Well, no, honestly, no, because I mean, shit, Ashton, no, I'm really not friendly like that. I don't just go out meeting people. I kind of stay to my friends that I know. If people walk up to me, I'll speak, but I don't necessarily like meeting new friends. Like, it's just not me. So, I mean, honestly, I probably would have. I mean, he worked at the club, so I'm pretty sure I would have ran into him, but I don't think that it would have went as far as a friendship. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like the show made us become friends because we still friends to this day or whatever. Me and Ken talk out and shit. So if it wasn't for the show, then no, I don't feel like we probably wouldn't have met.
Okay, and Ashton. Um, before we talk about that, like I said, we were introduced to Braylon. Hopefully we can get him on next week to recap episode 2 with us. Um, and episode 3. But what was your goal with bringing him around?
I felt like Braylon, just honestly, hell, this whole group, we all had attitude, we all pop off, we all got a problem with a certain type of shit. And I honestly felt like if Braylon had came around, I thought he probably could have like mediated this shit because he didn't really know anyone. Or like possibly like kind of be Ayala in a sense with the whole group. Because I mean, shit, it came off like that. I wasn't bringing him around like to be spiteful or like try to take nobody's spot. I'll say that. But yeah, I just felt like he was probably gonna bring a different type of thing to the show. But I just feel like Braylon was real shy during the whole season because I feel like it's another side to Braylon that people don't know as well. So yeah.
Okay. And Ashton, at the end of the episode, on the end of next episode, we find out that you go missing on social media.
Right.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that? Like, what
Of
was your
course, I can
headspace, or
touch.
like just some behind the scenes
I can
tea?
touch on it. It's my social media. And it's my phone, and I can do what the fuck I want to do whenever I want to do it. And I feel bad for hurting my friends' feelings. I really, really do. But I feel like I'm always there whenever they need me. And I feel like if the cameras weren't rolling, I turn my phone off and put it on airplane mode on certain days anyway. So like, just because we were filming, it just so happened to be a big ass deal. But I mean, I apologize. Thank you, TK. I apologize to those already whose feelings that were hurt. I will never disappear on them in real life. They know that. But I do need days to myself because I feel like I'm always filling up everybody else's cup. Like, who the fuck is filling up mine? Like, no one's filling up my love tank. Like, I'm very much celibate out here. So, like, yeah. So So, like, bitch, ain't nobody filling up my cup. Like, that's just that on that. No one's filling up my cup. And it was empty and it was dry and I needed to take a day for myself and I did just that. And if you have a problem, take it up with the comment section.
Nope.
Did
Nah,
any of
check
y'all
that.
have a issue with Ashton going missing?
Hell no, I really didn't. I mean, again, like,
Speak on it.
oh,
Speak
yeah.
on it. Speak on it.
It was just a lie.
It was because we were filming. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
The only reason I had an issue is because I feel like me and Ashton was cussing out all these bitches, and I was like, for me to be black too, he putting me on the same level as these hoes, and I don't appreciate it. Other
But you
than
know,
that,
friend, I never blocked you, right? You do know I never blocked you,
I
right?
know. Look, but
Okay.
you know, like when everybody call on your phone and like, yo, did Ashton block you too? And then like, it's just a
It
lot.
became like, a little hype behind it.
Yeah, because Dre, you had called
And
me.
then I was already feeling away because you had met up with Ken. I did, and Archie was like, "Oh, I'm talking to him right now. What you talking about?" So I
But
was like, "Oh, fuck no."
let's be clear. Let's be clear. Let's be motherfucking clear. As soon as Archie told me that Dre called and said, "Bitch, where Ashton at? Tell him to call me." Bitch, I turned my phone on and I called you immediately.
You
And
did.
what did I hear in the background? I heard Wig. I heard Disney Channel. Yes, baby. I heard Raven Simone in the back. And I also heard Little Bill.
Oh, y'all quiet now. So
Love you, bitch.
we have 10 minutes left in the panel. We have 10 minutes left in the panel tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. But before you get out of here, on a scale of 1 to 5 stars, how would y'all rate episode 1, Mother Goose?
5, bitch. It was Mother Goose.
5
Based on
stars?
what?
Oh,
Oh,
B.
5.
Girl, go on to the next thing.
3.5. 3.5.
That's 3.5.
It would have been 5
Okay, that's a
if we
bit.
would have got the
So
tussle.
yeah, we would have
Okay, if
got
they
the
would have got
tussle.
me
We
getting
would have took it up.
popped upside the motherfucking head.
Y'all wanted to knock over the cameras and shit.
We didn't have any media
I'm a big body
training.
bands, bitch.
Trying to
I'm a
get
big
up.
body bands. At least it
All
wasn't
right.
your camera.
Question. So, oh no, it wasn't my camera. What were some of y'all favorite confessional looks or quotes from episode 1?
But I like my little fedora I had on. That bitch was cute.
I like my little white shirt.
It was cute.
When I was like, it's the refurbished wig for me. And also when Archie was like, Archie was telling Jordan, he was like, "This ain't Phaedra, bitch."
I'm dead. No, I think my favorite quote was Archie said, if I'm not coming, bitch, I'm not coming, period.
Okay.
That's my motherfucking motto.
Yeah.
Okay, Vic. So just closing words. Archie, I know you're in Atlanta handling business. You're filming in the kitchen with Archie. Worldwide catering. I'm pretty sure you can make it happen if somebody hits you up on your social media. So before you go, do you want to say any closing words?
Baby, I'm so fucking tired.
Okay.
But I think I done dozed off on this motherfucker twice. But no, I just tell everybody, keep doing what you're doing, hustling, singing, podcasting, selling lube and everything else. Strive to be the best or whatever you do.
Period.
All right, Archie, will you be safe on your flight back home. Congratulations on everything happening for you, your new
Thank you.
place, new business, and we love you, man. So hopefully we can get you back on Real Hot Nights pretty soon, and get your commentary.
Yes, yes, most definitely.
All right.
Fine.
All right, Dre. Any closing words? You have a new single out. You did plug that at the beginning of the live tonight. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, so I went to the studio last Saturday. I recorded my lead single. It's called Dripping. I'm gonna release it on my birthday next week on April 1st. You know, I'm April Fool's baby. So, y'all check out for that. It's gonna be on iTunes, maybe Spotify. I don't know yet. But yeah, I'm really proud of it. It's featuring my boy Jay Sleazy. So I've been out here working, and I'm ready to release this shit.
Yes.
Can we get a
Period.
snippet? Just a little something?
Let me see. Let me see.
Yes.
Ah, because you know this my
Yes.
shit.
I'm so
You
excited.
know this my shit.
Wait,
Plug your shit, bitch.
can you hear this? Can you hear this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
put it closer.
Hey.
Ray.
That sounds
Hey.
good.
Hey. Hey.
What we doing?
Hey. Hey.
Yeah, okay, that's all y'all get
Hey.
it.
Hey. Shout out to the
Yeah.
kids. Shout out to the
But yeah,
kids. Oh my
it's cute or
That's
goodness.
what's
whatever.
up, Dre. I'm so proud of you. So you're putting together your EP,
Yes, sir. It's called Good Energy. You know, it's coming together.
and and
I've
you're
been working
also
with
launching your brand.
yeah. So I just recently registered my motherfucking business. I'm a motherfucking
Period.
CEO. It's called Erme, and if y'all don't know that, it says I am Dre backwards. But thank you, Braylon. Um,
Oh
bitch, we
my
gotta
God.
work together
I'm so proud
actually,
of my
like
friends. Like,
ASAP, like ASAP. But yeah, so it's actually a corporation because I'm gonna have different things under it. Like I just started sewing. So bitch, I'm a whole seamstress in this bitch.
period.
I have my music under it and there's something else, but I can't reveal too much right now.
Okay, we
But
got
I'm
some
coming.
business owners on the panel. But yeah,
Definitely.
thank you so much for taking your time out tonight, Dre. As you know, I'm your biggest fan. I love your music, and I can't wait for your EP to come out, bitch.
Period. You waiting on it.
Yes, sir. Love you, ho.
Love
Thank
you too.
y'all.
Talk to you
Y'all have a
later.
good night.
All right, our last two August. We wrapping up. What you wanna say to the people? I know you have a lot of big things going on. There's a lot of crazy things that have happened in your life that you haven't really got a chance to expound on or
Mm.
share. And I know there's gonna be plenty of opportunities in the future for you to share your story. But just to wrap it up, like, what can people expect from you?
Well, I've been looking at. I'm looking for a suite to put a store up for my business. So I've been looking at a few places over there. I'm just trying to find the right one. But yeah, everyone can expect that within like I want to say a month. I'm gonna say 2 months just to be on the safe side.
Hey.
I'm trying to open up a little storefront. It's not gonna be too big. It's gonna be like a little starter store, but it's gonna be my shit. Um, and it's gonna have a bunch of sex toys and stuff like that. I have a bunch of new inventory coming in. So yeah, man, it's a work in progress. Being an entrepreneur is not all fun and games. We have our little down moments and shit, but we get through it. So they could definitely expect that. Also, you guys can follow Strokes with a Z underscore entertainment for my business, and my personal Instagram is AugustJ922. So yeah, just stay tuned and look out for it, man. And I got something coming for y'all.
Okay. Any news on your acting career? Like what's happening there?
Yeah, I had two auditions already. I actually auditioned for a show that's coming out on BET. I can't say the name of it just yet because I'm on a third round. So it's been a journey with that. I'm praying that I get the part. So hopefully I do, man. I got a good feeling about it because they say they love me. So I made it to the third round. So shit, we gonna see. And I just been looking for little gigs, man, to see what I can do. I'm about to start traveling more. So the acting career is definitely on track. Hopefully, I get this BET thing and shit. We're gonna go from there. For sure.
Hell yeah. Well, all right, man. It was good talking to you tonight, and shit, you was damn near in every episode this season, so I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing you again on Real Hot Nights.
Yes, sir. I will see y'all next week.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
All right, y'all be safe.
You too. All right, y'all. I wanted to get Ashton on his closing words. Let's see what he has to say. Hey, Ashton.
Hey, I just want to say, like, I just got a little bit emotional because I'm really proud of all these boys. Like, they're really doing it, and these are my friends, and I'm really proud of them. Like, to see Dre, like, he's a CEO, he's a owner, he's a business owner. To see August, like, thrive, and he's about to be on this BET show. We're gonna speak that into existence, baby. He got it. To see Archie, expand his brand and come out with this YouTube series of his kitchen. To see Braylon do these jambalayas, to see Lemis be in pilot school, open, have a book, to see Ken hopefully come out with Kentucky Fried Chicken. Um, to see all these boys, like to see Shirai, like hopefully come back and really pursue his dream and be in the FBI. Like, I'm so proud of all these men. Like, these are great examples of gay black men in society. Like, period. And I love them all down. I'm so excited for what's happening for me next, but I will have to say I'm very emotional right now because I'm so proud of all of them. I'm so proud of all of them, and I wish them all the best and all the love that I have in my heart. For real.
Hell yeah. And the same to you. I mean,
Thank
you
you.
just started your podcast, and look at
Yeah.
all the different people that you've had on as guests so far. You've been
Yes.
networking like crazy,
Yes.
especially in these YouTube streets. And I feel
Yes.
like you're getting some traction. A lot of people love your personality. So it's the same to you as well. Like I say all the time, when y'all branch out and do things like great things like that, it just legitimizes this platform even more, despite what anybody has to say about the technical issues
Sure.
or our scheduling. You
Mm,
said it best. We're presenting some great examples of black gay men, especially compared to what we see on mainstream TV and on YouTube. And it's unfortunate that we didn't get a chance to portray every part of you guys, especially in the best light. But I feel like there's bits and pieces there. And for the viewers, especially for the ones that reach out to me and um, are very invested in the show,
mm,
they're able to see the good, especially in y'all personally. I know it's confusing because it's an edited version of y'all's lives, but
right.
I know
Right.
y'all are great people and y'all care for one another. And yeah, this is only the beginning.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and if no one said it, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of
Thank you.
everyone on the cast, and yeah, you should be proud of yourself. We
Thank you so
we
much.
made magic. So let's pat ourselves on the back, guys. And I think tonight was a success as well. Again, this was the first installment of our recap series. Uh, this Friday night, type of deal, or this real hot nights type of vibe is going to continue, and hopefully we can have some different panelists, different topics, and
Sure.
just continue to have this conversation. So yeah, Ashton, again, I'm proud of you, and
Thank
thank you
you.
for joining us.
Thank you so much. I love everybody. Thank y'all. Continue to support. Ash me out. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you. Thank you. But yes, the last 4 episodes are coming soon. We're coming. And look forward to more of Ashton because I'm coming, baby. I'm coming.
All right, Ashton, well, you be good, and I'll talk to you soon.
Alrighty, y'all have a good night.
You too.
Bye bye.
Bye. All right, guys. So that was the first episode of Real Hot Nights. We recapped the first episode of The Real Hot Boys of Houston, episode 1, entitled Mother Goose. Tonight we had on Ashton, the Nucleus, DeAndre, the Loner, August, the Drama King, and our fan favorite, Archie. Archie Black, we love you. Stay safe in Atlanta, and I hope you make it home soon. Yeah, I think we had some necessary conversations tonight. Um, I think it was very positive, and I think it was a departure from what y'all see on our show. So at the end of the day, I'm very happy that we decided to move forward with Real Hot Nights, and hopefully it can be inspiring to y'all and give y'all a little bit more clarity on our platform and our talent. Like, this is only what, we're 9 months in, and look at all the opportunities that our cast has been granted, and it has a lot to do with their hard work, and especially because of the exposure of the show. But at the end of the day, each one of these men are very talented, and I'm very happy that we decided to do this together. So yeah, this was the first episode, the debut episode, the premiere episode of Real Hot Nights. I'm Tipsy Rogers. I am your host and moderator for tonight, and I'm also the executive producer for the Real Hot Boys of Houston. Next week, we'll be having the comeback kid himself, um, Kenny Fluellen, on the show to discuss episode 2, and hopefully, we can have some of the hot boys from tonight to join in as well. Thank you to everyone in the comments. It's been a crazy ride so far. Again, we're only 9 months in, and I'm just so happy that we're able to pull it together and come together as a team, despite what the media, what the press, and what some of our viewers have to say. Like I said, it's very confusing at times, but we're the ones on the inside. We're the ones that know the truth, and we're the ones that are going to control the narrative. Um, so yeah, I want to say thank you to everyone that's viewing tonight. Again, thank you to everyone that continues to support the Real Hot Boys and the Real Hot Reality brand. Um, we have more to come. I'm gonna go ahead and give a few shout outs to some of our loyal viewers. I don't like to call y'all fans because y'all are so much more. Um, Definitely being a great support system for not only me, my cast, the platform, and I hope that we'll be able to expand and grow together. So again, I want to shout out Real Life Spoken 12, also known as Too Sweet on YouTube, Malcolm Extra HD on Instagram and YouTube, The Key and Carrie Show, Outpour LGBT Productions out there in Atlanta, the T News Blog, Bubs the God, Rico with a K, uh, the cast and producers of The Grind Dallas, Michael Hurd, Wolf, Caleb, Shanae. Thank y'all so much. And again, there's more coming from this channel. I hope y'all subscribe, you comment, you like, you share. You can follow the cast of The Real Hot Boys of Houston, season 1 on Instagram. Um, and you can also follow us at The Real Hot Boys of Houston on Instagram. I love y'all. Thanks for staying up with us. I'm glad y'all aren't asleep. We still have 11 people in the room, and I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. I'll see y'all on Instagram. You can follow me, Tasha Von Rogers on Instagram. And yeah, I'll see y'all next week. Try to keep myself busy. I ran around and think I made myself dizzy. I slept it away. I sexed it away. I read it away. Away. Well, it's like grace in the sky. Sometimes I don't want to feel those moments. Yeah, it's like grace in the sky. Sometimes I don't want to feel those moments. Try to run it away, and then my head be feeling clearer. Travel 70 states, moving around make me feel better. Try to let go my lover. God, if I was alone, maybe I could recover to write it away or cry it away. Don't you cry it, baby. Away. But it's like cranes in the sky. Sometimes I don't want to feel those smells. Yeah, it's like cranes in the sky. Sometimes I don't want to feel those